Graphk and Stu Show, baby. We are back. Let's get it. Yo, salute to everybody already here in the building. Welcome to the latest installment of the Graphk and Stu Show. I am one of your hosts, Graphk Raiders. Salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history. As always, we appreciate you guys so much. And salute to my brother, my co-host, Stuart Schweiger. What's good, bro?
Hey, man. So I might have been too early yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I was saying who I think my favorite player is. Hey, ain't nothing against Dante, but I got a new favorite.
Hold on to that. So we got an update here, you guys. Yesterday we covered Dante Thornton Jr. and we also covered Ashton Genty. Today was supposed to be Darien Porter and Tommy Mellot. Okay, 2 players. But guess what? Things change. Stu says he has a new favorite player, and today we are going to spend this entire show on that one specific
player. I got
player.
6 pages.
Now, I don't know who it is, but I feel like I do know. Stu, real quick, matter of fact, before we do that, make sure you guys wipe them feet, man. Get those likes up on both channels. Whether you're watching on Stu's or my channel, we appreciate you guys.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hit that subscribe button. Also, if you're watching on Twitter, salute to you guys. Jump over to YouTube, man. Get in the chat. We have the most active chat in YouTube. I promise you, if you're into the Raiders,
yeah, we actually respond to shit.
Yes. And you don't have to pay for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there you go. So no shots, but this is just real shit. So, how we feel? I have a feeling that I know, and maybe you go a different direction here. And salute to Hammer, our brothers in the building. Salute to Hug, all the mods.
I'll give you a hint. That might be too much of a hint. Where he was drafted.
Okay.
What pick?
Oh, okay. I mean, that's gonna give it up anyway, but it's cool.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
What you thought?
Is it Darien Porter?
Yes.
Let's go. A defensive-minded guy picking a defense. The shocker.
I'm gonna tell you this, man. I have like, I bet you I have 10 or 12 of his quotes when his interview that he did with, it was a great interview that he had with
look at this real quick. What did you say to me yesterday in the chat, in the text?
What'd I say?
Look, Darien Porter, aka Cam Newton.
Oh, he looked. That picture of him did look like him, though, for real.
It was like, are we fucking doing a show on Cam Newton tomorrow?
It looked like that picture looked like him, right?
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Now, but go ahead, man. This is you. Get your shit off, brother.
No. So I watched the interview that he did with I want to make sure to give the guy his credit.
Was it one of our own?
Eddie Pascal?
Yes, Eddie does great work with the Raiders too.
Yes,
I have to throw that out there. Eddie is a phenomenal.
So what? So you have the silver and black, and then you have the
there's so many different shows, but it's really Eddie.
Raiders Further Review, they called it.
Yes. Then you got Link. You got Lincoln Kennedy. You got JT does the flagship show. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So but they have like 4 or 5 different guys. Eric Allen comes in and does some stuff with this as well. So yeah, I love what Eddie does. Eddie's dope. All
right, so I'm gonna say this. Darien Porter is very serious. He is, bro. I'm just telling you, like, he is here for a reason.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
There's no side jokes. There's no punchline. That motherfucker was just bow, 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 bow.
You know why? Can I just jump in real quick?
Yeah.
You know why? So we talked yesterday about you being the owl pick, right?
Yeah.
We talked about Dante being the owl pick. Well, guess what? Darien Porter is the Pete Carroll pick.
Okay. I can see that because I'm gonna make a comparison.
Let's go.
Should I do it now?
Let's do it.
Richard Sherman.
Oh, well, that is the comparison.
Okay, all right.
Because
I'm watching going, okay, former receiver,
limited cornerback reps though, like converted Pete Carroll.
Well, actually, here's the thing though. I wrote down Sherman Williams when I tried.
Have we trying to paint shit, motherfucker?
When I met Richard Sherman, I'm like, wait, hold on a second, that ain't right.
Yo, if we can get anything,
right? I mean, that's a legitimate comparison.
And I think Porter got more length on him, right? I mean, Porter's what 6'4". Big pause. But
it has him at 6'3", 195.
6'4",
Okay.
Easy.
Okay.
Yeah. 4'3".
So right here. So yesterday we went over the production rankings or whatever at the combine.
Mm-hmm.
Production wise, he was 18th. Athleticism as cornerbacks, he was rated 93, which was second for cornerbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of crazy, seeing how he only played it like 5 games or whatever the hell it was. Right
at the corner spot, yeah, crazy.
And then total as a cornerback, he was ranked 4th overall as far as the gradings go. But 4.3 40,
nasty.
1.49. Remember I talked about yesterday, and again, what Dante ran his 10-yard dash was a 1.51.
Uh-huh.
This dude's running a 1.49 at 10.
Crazy.
Vertical jump 36.5.
Insane.
Broad jump 10.11.
Mm-hmm.
And this is probably the most impressive one. Was this 3-cone drill was a 6.71.
Yeah.
Which it's tough. It's tough as a tall, lean guy to get around those cones and shit. And then his 5.10 5 shuttle was a 4.04. So anytime you're under 4.1, you're moving.
Yeah. He's athletic as hell.
Yes. I mean, besides the 40, I mean, I beat all his times or all his stuff anyway.
Talk that shit.
I gotta throw it in there.
Talk that combine shit.
But anyways, no. So
the hug too. Appreciate you, brother.
Here's the other thing that's great about this kid, and I'm gonna go over line by line, but just overall, he's a great special teams player.
Yes.
He can block kicks.
A lot of people are not talking about that enough. But yes, go off. Talk your shit.
Because he was tied 4th in FBS with 2 blocked kicks. Bro, he only had 7 starts.
Yeah. Yeah. And what did he have last year? He had 3 picks.
He had 2 TFLs.
2 TFLs.
3 interceptions. 2 pass breakups.
Mm-hmm. 2 passes defense. Yeah.
It says this kind of confused me. It says he only started 7 games, but he set a school record at Iowa State with playing in. Okay, now it does make sense. He played in 64 games at Iowa State. Yeah,
well, he played 63. So they have it weird because they have wide receiver in 2020, 2021. Then they have him convert to a defensive back in 2022, and it says 12 games in each 3 seasons. But I don't know technically how many actual reps that he got there. I don't.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he's still very limited in the reps that he's gotten as a
which
DB.
is good because he's fresh.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He doesn't have a whole lot of. He's not coming in with a whole lot of.
Mileage and
mileage.
Baggage.
Mileage. Yeah. Stand out at gunner, right? Great gunner.
Yep. Well, let me ask you this, dude. Do you Right now, they have him as a starter on the depth chart as a rookie. Mind you, training camp is around the corner.
Starting what?
He's a starting corner right now. So,
really?
Yeah, him and Stokes, the kid that we brought in from Green Bay. He's more of a big body kind of corner. Eric Stokes, former Georgia product, first-round pick from the Green Bay Packers. He has that Pete Carroll mold as a DB. He hasn't really been great since his rookie season because he's dealt with injuries. But
how long has he been around?
About 4 or 5 seasons, I believe.
Okay.
And don't quote me on that, but somewhere along those lines. But
hey,
one year,
hey, not to cut you off, but Pete Carroll's great with revamping, revitalizing players. I don't know how he does it, but
he's the DB whisperer, and he spoke highly of Stokes up to this point too. Now, mind you, Jacorian Bennett is coming back from that shoulder injury, so at some point he'll be pushing for.
What was Bennett again?
0, agent 0.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. He'll be fighting for one of those spots, and you never know. We may go out and get another one, another one in free agency before camp. I don't know how this thing will play out.
You can't have enough. Like I told you, you can't have enough DBs. You can't. No,
never. But I'm asking you this because if he's the starter, you can kind of just wash the special teams abilities away, right? Because we're already thin in that group. Like we have Cam Richardson.
Yeah. I mean, I would. I mean, if he's the starter, I would much rather have him focus and just concentrate
on playing corner because he's still learning the position.
We got other guys that can do. I mean, he's good at special teams, but I think we have other guys that would be just as
cover that. Yeah.
And not downplaying what he does in special teams, but I'm just saying I think if he's our corner as a rookie,
don't play those kind of games.
Yeah.
Because once again,
that's a lot.
There's a lot on your plate already as a rook potentially starting. So throw a special teams in
and they're going to be testing them.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Real quick, salute the hug, man. Appreciate you, brother. And salute the Raider Ryan as well. He says, go check out the pup on Instagram if you haven't yet. So
I haven't had a chance yet, but I will, Huggy. I will.
Hey, Hug. Stu is like, I think he just got back into his Instagram. We were doing a bunch of stuff. He was locked out, and we're trying to do some shit yesterday to get his channel back connected. So he will definitely check it out, Hug.
Switching passwords and screen names.
And salute to Raider Ryan on the nice words as well, brother. We appreciate you. But I love this because that is the position that most people are worried about right now, Stu, is the corner. Like we move on from Jack. He's still a free agent right now. He's no longer a Raider. Nate Hobbs in free agency gets a nice.
I like Jack. I did like Jack. Mm-hmm. But I didn't like the 1-for-1. Great play, bad play.
Yeah. Boomer bust.
On defense, you can't trade 1-for-1.
Yes. I agree. I agree.
And there were some times where I'm like, what's going on here? What is he doing?
Yeah, and last year I think he gave up like 11 touchdowns or some shit like that.
Did he really?
Nasty.
But he scored 3, I think.
No, not last year. The year prior. Remember he had 2
prior?
2 pick six. 2 pick sixes, I think, the year prior on Mahomes.
That was it last year?
He had one against Detroit too, I believe, right? Didn't he have one against Detroit? He had one against Mahomes. And he also had one against the Chargers in that blowout.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what were you saying? You're saying that people.
He's talking about pretty much if he starts this year, you can pretty much kiss those special teams reps goodbye.
So I went on and I looked up what the so-called what do you call them? So-called experts say are his weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
Says first start at corner was his 6th season, which I don't find that as a weakness. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he proved that he can play corner pretty good, pretty fucking good. I watched this film, right? Yeah. So I don't find that as a weakness. It says that at times he gathers his feet on complex routes, which means, let's say a 7 post or double moves or whatever, because he's a taller guy, right? Yeah. So he's got to get used to reading hips. You know what I'm saying? Just getting more drill work. It says below average play strength and not so good on run blocks.
Okay. But that'll come with training in the NFL level.
Yeah. When I watched him on film, I didn't see that.
What source is this, Stu, if you don't mind me asking? Where's this coming from? Because some of these guys, did they just pinpoint shit that makes no sense?
It was, I mean, it was like, I think NFL.com or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, everybody looks at the game differently, right?
Yeah. Which, fuck NFL.com.
Fuck
them. It says he needs to work on his tackling and contain, but I just watched his highlights, right? So I didn't see bad plays.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm just going off of the plays I saw. He did have contain. He did tackle. He came up, not a physical tackler, but I mean,
what's funny though? You can watch his tape and you're not going to find it that many bad reps. You're just not.
That's what I thought.
You're not.
That's what I thought. And then it says coming to balance as a tackler. So again, I don't know who the fuck.
What does that even mean, Stu? In your head, what does that mean?
So here's the thing. Coming to balance, that was one of my things was I would now if you're facing with Damian Tomlinson,
yes.
If you're facing Dante Hall, if you're facing Michael Vick,
yes,
you got to come to balance.
Yes.
You're waiting for them to make a move. But some guys, let's say a TJ Duckett, let's say a Ronnie Brown, let's say a
more physical guys,
Johnson,
more physical.
You go and you don't come to balance at all. You go full speed and take them out. So it all depends on who the guy he's tackling is.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Love it.
So I wrote this. I wrote, if you guys watch, and this was like a 3.5 minute highlight. It was the first one that popped up on YouTube. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, but he made a phenomenal play against Iowa. Did you see that interception by chance?
I've seen all of them. I've watched a lot, so I don't really exactly remember which one.
Well, it talks about him coming up and contain. Well, this dude comes up, has running contain. It's a play action, so he's playing the flat. It's cover two.
Yep.
He recognizes that.
I know which one you're talking about.
It's not a run, and then he drops back and goes up and picks it. So
what does that tell you, Stu? Right there, that a guy that is a converted wide receiver has already had the instincts for the position.
Yeah.
He's already getting it early on. Mind you, it's at the collegiate level, but he's getting it already. For you to be able to read that early on, and I like that.
It was pretty. I mean, again, what
see ball, get ball.
Could it be just dumb luck? I would say that for another player, I would, but as I get through this, you'll understand why I think it's not dumb luck, because this motherfucker, dude, he is in film, he is in study, he is in that playbook.
Yep.
And like he kept referring back and back to studying and how important it is to understand what, and there's a lot of things that I'll go over his quotes here.
Real quick, before you do that, I want to ask you this. Do you think he fell to the third round? And do you think Rich, Sherman, fell further down? Was he fourth? I think he was a fifth rounder, I believe, Richard Sherman, because of the limited reps at the position. Yeah. Do you think that's the only reason?
Yeah, I would say just because, but yeah, I guess
not every coach is going to be able to bring that out of you.
No,
you get what I'm saying? Like when you have a Pete Carroll at your disposal, it's different. It's like the guy played the position, he has coached the position. Like if you get that kind of guy,
is that what I thought? He was a quarterback.
No, he was a DB. He was a DB.
Was he really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He was a DB. Yeah.
Out there slanging that bitch, huh?
Hey, everybody, and that's why I can't wait to talk about Tommy Mellot, because people don't realize, Stu, that you were a quarterback.
Yes, I was.
You were recruited to be a quarterback.
At your school.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, Bob Davies, man, my boy, man.
Bro, if you were a quarterback, dog, that shit would have been fucking hilarious.
I would have been running around like a fucking chicken with my head cut off.
Yo, but go ahead and do your thing, bro.
So let's see. Let's see here. Back for pickoff. I was so excited writing shit down, I can't even read what the fuck I wrote here.
Now, while you do that,
he had a great block kick against Kansas State.
I remember that
Came off the edge. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yep.
Great block kick. He had a really against Texas Tech against man-free press, which what do we like to play?
Oh yeah, that's why he's gonna be a stud.
He was pressed up, great bail technique, fucking great pass break. Or no, actually made the pick. Forgive me, he made an interception on that.
Mm-hmm.
Great. The one thing he did, so it was great. He pushed the guy out here. If this is the sideline here, the one thing that if there was a correction,
okay,
turned inside rather than just going like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he still made the pick, so I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but either way, that'll come with some coaching. You to clean that up. The next level, you're not gonna be able to get away with too many of those.
He had a great pass breakup against Houston, and these are all good fucking teams I'm talking about.
Yeah,
right now.
Hell yeah.
It was a deep post, and he's got his arms. He's got what looks like to me long arms. They were 33 and a quarter inches long. So he had a great pass breakup against Houston on a post, blocked punt against Arkansas State.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end, and I really like this. So he already had a pick against Iowa, and that's a huge fucking rivalry game. Iowa
State, for sure.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Last play of the game.
You were looked at by Iowa as well.
Yeah, me and Bob Sanders were going to come in together. I remember. God damn it! Why am I forgetting his name right now? The head coach.
I'm only saying this, you guys, because I've seen all of his recruitment letters, every one of them, by some major teams.
Why am I forgetting his name?
I know who you're saying too, because we talked about
the head coach of Iowa
right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. Let me see. I'll look it up.
Why am I forgetting that right now? I feel terrible forgetting that right now.
Iowa football. Okay, it is Matt Campbell.
Is it
right now? Oh, this is Iowa State. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. Yeah, go to Iowa. It's
Kirk Ferentz.
Kirk Ferentz, right?
Yeah.
I remember when I went out on a visit to Iowa when me and my dad were driving out to South Dakota. Kirk Ferentz opened up the stadium and he goes, Stu, you know what? We have this kid named Bob Sanders. I think you and him would make a great safety tandem at our school. So, But anyways, the last play of the game, he goes up, he intercepts it, and he could have ran, and he
sat down. He sat his ass down.
And that was one thing Warren Sapp, if we ran last play and you started running, he would go and he'd fucking tackle you.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? The game's over with. What the fuck?
Quit fucking being cute.
Sit the fuck down. Like, all you can do is fuck the shit up. Fumble it or whatever. So, again, he's a very high
intuitive,
intellectual, high football IQ.
Yep.
Again, I want to go back to this. That motherfucker's serious.
Yes.
He don't really joke around.
No. But I like that though, because I mean, once again, we like guys that have kind of like a balance, right?
Yeah.
You know, but I think right now that'll come as his career.
I'm not saying he needs to change at all.
Oh no, I get it. I get it.
Like,
but I also I think it'll come with time.
Like that to me is funny.
Yeah,
like
fucking Marvin Harrison at the cornerback position and shit. Hey, Darien, just don't shoot anybody at a fucking car wash.
All
right,
be careful.
Relax.
Right down the street, bro.
Yeah.
Right down the street.
I know them car washes are hot as fucking Las Vegas, man. Don't lose your cool, brother. Don't lose your cool. You know what I mean? But salute to Philly's most wanted, Marvin Harrison.
So, all right, here. So I thought it was kind of funny. He's number 26, and that made me think of Stanford Route.
Yep. Yep.
Stanford Route.
Stanford Route.
Lazarus.
Have you talked to him? Have you talked to Route?
I need to call. I need to give him a call. We always. That's what Blugo named him, Lazarus.
We talked about him a ton.
And we called him Earl. We also called him Earl.
Earl?
Just because country, like, you're Earl.
Fucking Clarence.
Yeah. Exactly. So, all right. So watch it. So everything from here is quotes from Darien from the Raiders Further Review with Eddie Pascal. So they talked about, there's a couple, like 2 or 3 weeks that the guys get to kind of, go off and, do whatever they want to do and whatnot. He said my thing is making sure I'm in shape. And he said, still working at my craft, lifting weights like that. And here's the thing, guys can say that, but I believe when he said, he's not, again, he's no nonsense. He's not trying to be cute. He's not trying to be like to say what he thinks the coaches are going to say. He is like that dude that's, again, he's almost like remember Beautiful Mind?
Yes. Yes.
Like he might be on the spectrum a little bit, which is cool. Shit.
I love it, bro. Who the fuck ain't on the spectrum these days?
And then, you're right. And then he said, he said the other thing was eating right, getting acclimated to the area, eating right, and sleeping right. And you tell your story about. Have you told that story about? Because that was it him right at Jack's or what's his name's house?
Oh no, that was Jack Besh.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but he was there, and I believe Jackson had only mentioned Besh, but he was saying that those rooks were really about their business when they came over there for that barbecue. And I'll look it up and go back into detail about it. But I know that he was in the building for sure.
So then they asked, about college and professional, and he said, I'm not just a college player. He said, this is my job, and you have to act accordingly. Who the fuck says that shit?
You know what's funny, man? One person already said it.
Act accordingly.
Well, one person didn't use those words, but Dante Thornton said the same thing on my channel. He said, I'm just excited because now this is my job. I get to focus on my job.
Yes.
So he was like, in college, there's so much going on, school and the temptation, everything. This is my job now. I get to focus on football, which I love to hear that he said pretty much echoed the same sentiment.
Yeah, because I remember there were some dudes, and we kind of just talked about them a little bit. Last one in, first one out. I'm like, what do you got? Where are you going?
Yeah.
What are you rushing? What are you rushing to go do? Like, what the fuck?
You want to go spend this money that it looks as though this may be your last contract the way you treat it. Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like you got nowhere to be right now.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you rushing off to?
Who would have grabbed you by your shit in Oakland if you tried that shit? Like, who would have grabbed you? Like, where the fuck you think you're going?
Burge.
But
here's the thing, though, is
put a fucking cigarette in his mouth.
You do it one time, and after that,
you lose all, like, people looking at you like he's a lost cause.
Because again, they're all grown men, right? So you're not going to sit there and make someone do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they don't want to do it, they're not going to do it. Yeah. But I thought that was really cool. Let's see here. They asked the difference between OTAs and rookie minicamp.
Okay.
And I thought this was – I've never heard this kind of analogy. He said the energy is the same. Let's see here. So I love this. He says the difference is when you're on rookie minicamp, everyone's just kind of trying to survive at that point. Yeah. And then when all the veterans come around, he said you really need to study and you really need to be on top of your details. Those type of words.
Sounds like a fucking 10-year veteran.
I mean, there's certain words. I don't know if he's been coached on what to say. Again, I could just tell by his
demeanor.
Like when he was doing the interview, I could feel he was uncomfortable.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you know what though? He'll open up because Brock Bowers was like that last year. Didn't want to talk, was all business. Now he's having fun. He's you got Cock Bowers.
No, but I like that. You ain't done shit yet.
Yeah.
So you got to be a little You know, like
I mean, Malcolm Kuntz was like that. He's kind of developed a bigger personality. It comes with time, but I love what you're saying.
No, absolutely it does. Absolutely it does.
Yeah.
Absolutely it does.
Once you get comfortable with your surroundings and you start to see things for what it is, then you start moving accordingly, like the word that he used.
And again, there's certain words that I like.
Like trigger points. You're like, okay, I like that.
I like that, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And he said, and they talked about, being a corner and being new. Obviously, you're not going to make every play, right? And he said, don't let one play dictate how the game and here's what I liked, practice goes. He talked about practice. I'm not doing the AI shit, but my shit, again, that practice carries over in the game. I mean, this is the NFL, man.
Yes.
And if you weren't able to get that shit against the scout team when you know what the play is, you think you're going to be able to do it against the real fucking team when you don't know what the play is?
And let's be honest, everybody can't just have their athleticism carry them like Allen Iverson.
or a Willie Brown or a Charles Woodson.
Exactly. It's just it was just given to him by God.
I mean, I remember when goddamn Charles Woodson and Willie Brown would be over there with their heads
fucking head to head, passed out in the locker room.
Hey, but when Charles came out to practice,
wide awake.
Had all that shit down. Had all of it down.
Just natural, man.
They were over in that left corner. Me and Cooper were going, these motherfuckers over here, bro.
God.
And Bravo would be like, Charles, you got that? All right, good.
Hey, Rob already knew, like, I'm not gonna fuck with him. He
didn't fuck with Woodson or that's the Hall of Fame corner over there, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, he didn't fuck with them.
And real quick, salute to 2-4. Not yet, brother, but it should be done very, very soon. I'm expecting right before training camp or right when training camp comes around, that best contract should be resolved. Once again, every team in the second round outside of Cleveland and the Texans are dealing with their because they fully guaranteed their rooks. They did some
the Raiders did?
No. The Browns. That young he has a last name like Carson Schweichinger, the linebacker from UCLA, and then Jaden Higgins, the wide receiver for the Texans. They were fully guaranteed contracts in the second round.
So everyone else is like, what the fuck?
Everybody's like, what the fuck are you doing? So now all the second rounders are sitting around with no signed contracts. They're like, hey, guarantee that shit.
Guarantee me, motherfucker.
Yeah, but it will be done soon, 2-4. We'll get there in a second. Hug.
No, go for it. Don't go for it.
No, because he said, can we discuss the game balls Stu has behind? I definitely want to. We'll talk about that at the end. We'll get through the conversation, and we'll definitely double back, Hug, for sure.
We will for sure.
Salute to my guy.
Them motherfuckers will always be there. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Well, wait, hold on.
I've seen there's a ton of them motherfuckers.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some good ones back there. Pause.
Oh, yeah. Some good balls, huh?
Good balls back there.
Yeah. Some good balls on the walls.
So they asked, if you get beat, he said you learn from it, but you remember. I like this. He says, you know what? If you do get burnt, because as a DB, right, you have to think. I mean, you're out there on an island, right? Especially at corner.
Yeah.
So you got to think that you're the baddest motherfucker out there. You have to, right? And he said, if I do get beat, he said, I have to remember that I was drafted too. You know what I'm saying?
That's a bar.
I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. Believing in yourself and having confidence in yourself to bounce back.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So again, man, I'm sitting here like, yo, this dude, how old is this motherfucker?
I know, right?
Damn.
More as hell, bro.
Terry fucking Glenn over here? I'm like, shit. And they said, and this is actually, I've never heard this comparison. It said, the question is always, what's the difference between college and pros, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, usually, obviously, speed, coach, system, whatever. But this was kind of a different aspect I never heard of. And let me see if you ever heard of this. He said in college, the receivers do what their coaches say, right?
Hold on real quick. My apologies. I couldn't hear you. My bad. Say it again, brother.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah. That was on my end. My fault.
No, he said well, what's the difference between college and pros? And he said that in college, the coach kind of has a system and all the receivers do that system.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
They all break a certain way. They all run their routes the same way. Then he said, but in the pros, I've noticed it's the players that dictate how they run their routes. So you can't study like in college. He said you could study the whole kind of
the system. Yeah.
But in the pros, you got to study each player at what they do. And I'm like, wow, I never thought about that.
But what did we talk about yesterday? We low key said like at the NFL level, you play your players to their strengths.
Yes.
Right. So essentially, he's kind of saying the same thing in a sense of go out there and play your game. This is why we drafted you in order to, go out there and do what you need to do, because that's why Dante caught so much flack at Tennessee because of the system. Oh, he can't run any routes. His limited route tree. He's only out there running nines and goes quick deep posts. Now we get an opportunity to see him be able to do some different things. But
absolutely, and he talked about that. Talked about that.
Yeah.
But again, that goes I go back to Chuck Pagano and guys, here's the defense. Here's cover 4. I don't care how you get to those positions, but just know you need to be in those spots when the play's happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to line up, you want to back up, you want to have your left foot up, your right foot up, however it is. And that's kind of what he's saying as far as receivers go. Like you got a dig route.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what you do to get to that, to make sure you're open. I'm not going to sit here and tell you got to make sure you step with your left and then count 5 steps and then, do this. It's like, dude, just get open.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, real quick, you said Richard Sherman. I love what NFL.com said. This came before the draft as well, you guys. So this is what makes it even more funnier. Lance Zierlein said draft projection, round 3. He went round 3. NFL comp, Tariq Woolen. So this is a guy that Pete Carroll drafted. Tariq Woolen. This is a guy that 6'4", 210, that Pete Carroll took in 2022 in the 5th round at 153. So a kid that was phenomenal at the collegiate level. He played for a smaller school, UTSA, the Roadrunners, but he had a Pro Bowl year his rookie season in 2022. Led the NFL interceptions
year.
Yeah, and also co-leader in picks in 2022 as a rookie. Ran a 4.26.
How many did he have?
Huh?
How many did he have?
I'm looking right now. And he's only 26 years old right now. And when Pete Carroll left, he kind of started to go down a little bit. Yeah, but his rookie year he had 8. No, wait, I'm lying. I'm looking right now. He had 6 picks. 6 his rookie season.
In my contract, every 3 was another $100,000. So that's fucking 200,000. I'm sure now it's probably fucking 800,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. 800,000. Sorry, 800,000 grand.
800,000 grand. 800 grand.
No.
800K. 800 bands.
Yeah. What did I say?
Fuck. Whatever, bro. 800K.
Hey, that's too much money. I don't even know what the fuck.
It's hard to even.
So I thought that was kind of interesting to me that he made that, that in college you study a group, in the pros you have to study each guy, and that's completely fucking true. That's completely fucking true.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
I'm excited about this.
And he said this too. He goes, you know what? When you're studying, he goes, obviously, and to go along with that, a 6'4" receiver is going to run a dig route different than a 5'10" receiver.
Completely different.
Yeah. And you have to know who the fuck you're. Dante Hall is going to run a different dig route than Calvin Johnson is.
Yep.
Right? And
two different.
I wrote that down because that shows me that this dude is in his playbook, in his film, in his studying.
Yeah.
Man, which again, you know how much I appreciate guys that
stay in the thing. Trying to perfect the craft.
Knowing that these guys, I can take a loss, knowing that the motherfuckers did everything they could to win.
Yeah.
What sucks is when you know they didn't work and they didn't take shit serious during the practice week. You know, they didn't take practice serious. They didn't watch film enough. Yeah. And then they go out there and lose. It's like, man, that's a motherfucker, bro.
And that's why Jack Jones is no longer a Raider.
Yeah.
That's exactly why, because he didn't take
I think that's why quite a few guys aren't Raiders, to be honest with you.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
I mean, I'll take a dude, let's say this. I'll take a dude athletically rated at a 50, but he knows what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah.
Over a guy who's rated at a 90
and doesn't give a fuck.
He can go out there and let his athleticism play out.
Yep. I like what J-Rose said too.
Long.
Marcus Peters as well. Another name that we were really high on. Came to the Raiders and shit the bed. Definitely. Hey, Mark, I love that too. I'm looking forward to that competition between Thornton and Porter at OTA at training camp. That's going to be fun. But the thing is, I'm excited to see Porter go against more like the Trey Tuckers, the little speedsters. I want to see what he looks like against, because every player is not going to look like Dante Thornton. That's what makes Dante Thornton special is the 6'4" big. I want to see what he looks like against the other guys, the smaller speedster guy. I want to see what he looks like because every team is not going to have a Dante Thornton clone.
No, you're right. You're right.
You get what I'm saying? So I'm excited to see what he looks like against those Trey Tuckers of the world and those type of guys.
So then, the interviewer, like I said, Eddie asked, what's the split between mental and physical? Ooh. You know, is it 50-50? Is it whatever?
Great question.
And he said physical, and he didn't give a grade, but he said physical talent can only carry you so far. Your mental and your football IQ take you farther. I was like, yo.
Yeah. So, I mean, what players? We can talk about plenty of players that have used their football IQ and have extended their careers further because of C. Wood. C. Wood. I mean, bro, he converted his safety at the end of his career. Yeah. He used his brain. I mean, yes, he's Charles Woodson, the athleticism.
But do you think he's as fast as the motherfucker?
No, he lost his step, but guess what?
Yes.
It's right here.
A guy that I'm not a huge fan of, but a guy like John Lynch.
Yes.
He played that many years because he didn't have to go here to go here to go there. He just went there.
Yes.
Because he knew, do you think he was as fast as fucking some of them receivers were?
No. Hell no.
Not even close.
No.
Not even close.
I mean, look, even Revis a little later, not the end, but even Revis, because he knew what the fuck mentally. He knew the game, and that's why he lasted so long.
Like, listen, I don't need to go over there because I know what's going to come back to me.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's and again, I don't know who's been teaching this kid. I will say this: he did, and I think I'll get to it. I have 2 more pages, and then I'm done. But he talked a lot about his coach, and I think that coach at Iowa State must be pretty fucking good.
He's a beast. Like
really good.
I want to look up his actual record out there, but he's a monster. Let me see. I'm gonna look.
From what Darien was saying, he sounds a lot like a Joe Tiller.
So he is. I'm looking right now. He's still fairly young, too, only 45 years old.
Did he play?
He's 64, according to Iowa State Athletics in Sports Illustrated. Damn it, my phone rang and I just lost you guys. Hold on real quick. He has a record of 64-51, so not great at Iowa State, but he's entering his 10th season.
What is it? Sorry.
64-51.
Okay. Well, Iowa State's not an easy place to fucking win.
It's not, but he's also the all-time leader in wins out there for the Cyclones. He just surpassed in 2024 Dan McCarney.
Because if you're going to go anywhere in Iowa, you're going to go to fucking Iowa.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I'm saying? Like, yeah. And then not only that, you're in the Big 12.
And that's a good program, though, man. Like, they've had some really good players.
Still in is the Big 12 still around?
Yeah.
It is. Okay.
I just covered the pro day for him out here in Dallas.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. A few of those guys were out there.
So here we go. So he talked about this too. He said him being a receiver for 3 years allows him to know, again, I go back to Chuck Pagano, where they're lined up on the field and the type of routes they're going to run. He knows by formation this, and he specifically said wide receiver splits. And that's everything, bro.
You know why? Because he's a receiver.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah. So
he knows their tendencies. He knows what it looks like offensively as well.
So again, I'm not trying to suck this dude's dick by any means. But
hey, yo. Yo, look. Hey, man, you guys have a wonderful.
But again, right here, he says when you're he talked about pre-snap. I've never heard one player talk about fucking pre-snap.
Especially at the corner position.
You know what I'm saying? He said you're putting the puzzle pieces together pre-snap to anticipate what they're going to do. And here's the deal. In the NFL and college, that's another difference. In college, you can make a play as the play is coming.
Yeah.
In the NFL, if you don't know what the play is before they snap it, you're not going to make that interception.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's all anticipation, pre-snap reads, and that's what he's talking about. And one thing he also talked about was Pete Carroll. They talked about how everything's a competition over there.
Compete.
Everything. They said in their DB meet room they have a little basketball hoop and they see. What's up, dude?
Next door can come to our house.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay.
Yep.
Salute to Alex, nephew.
Salute.
The little goat.
No, yeah, but he talked about how Pete Carroll, the competition, and he said Pete's energy is infectious.
Yeah.
You know,
everybody's saying that. Everybody, Max.
So that's what you want as a head coach. I mean, that's what you want from your head coach.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and Pete, what is he? 73? How old is he? 73?
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you see your head coach getting hype and get into it, like
he's out there wrestling with these motherfuckers and shit, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, Art Shell wasn't doing none of that shit.
You're never ever gonna get off the Art Shell shit, bro. And I fucking love it. I love it, bro. Oh shit. Salute to Art Shell. One of the Raider greats.
Salute to Art Shell. I mean,
one of the Raider greats on the field. Yo, I'm telling y'all now, man. There's a few personal grudges that Stu will always hold. It's Art Shell and it's Rich Gannon.
Well, it's not really a grudge, but it's just I don't know.
It's like, what the fuck were you doing? I get it.
Oh, also too, he said, he said, what builds a successful program is brotherhood and competition. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like you should be out there. Remember I told you this is a couple of years ago how players like, yo, man, I ain't gonna blast my homie out there. I'm not gonna like, dude, if you're not doing what you're supposed to, you better come up and knock me the fuck out and get the shit together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Bro, you learned that early.
Yeah.
My son plays on the same team as his best friend. I hear them in the room, motherfucker. I got you. I blast at practice. You're like, bro, like you want that. Like you want to be able to have that camaraderie and talk that shit.
Hell yeah, that makes you better. That makes you better.
Yeah.
And then I love this. They talked about special teams. He says special teams means everything. He said, you know, as a rookie, right? You know, I don't know if you're going to start or not, but your fastest way on the field is going to be special teams. And he said, if I have the privilege to play special teams,
I love that.
I have the privilege, bro.
Love that. You know why? You know why he talks like this, though, Stu? He's 24. So
he's a bit older.
I think that's why he's just more mature. And
the motherfucker was in college for 20 years.
I fucking know, right? I mean, but the thing is, it kind of, and tell me if I'm off a little bit here. It kind of reminds me of the Geno situation, right? Because you bring in a 34-year-old quarterback, you're like, God, bro, you got a fucking veteran journeyman on his last legs. And you're like, whoa, you look and you're like, Geno didn't really play a ton at the beginning of his career. So there's a lot of mileage left there. And with Darien,
there's a lot of tread on those tires.
Yes. And he's still young. He's still fresh, new to the position. So, I mean, hey, man, it's great to see you have a 24-year-old young yet mature guy that approaches the game the way he does. It's just beautiful.
So anyway, I've talked.
Hey, let me tell y'all real quick. It's not like I'm on his dick or nothing. I'm just telling y'all.
I've talked about this motherfucker. fuck him.
Oh shit.
Well, no. This was actually Coach Campbell at Iowa State. He said Campbell wanted to see me succeed as a football player, but also as a man.
Yes.
And he said, I knew that from day one. That's why he stayed, because there's not too many players that stay over 2 years at a university, let alone 6.
Yep.
The guy who's a 3rd-round fucking draft pick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so that I like hearing that, because that reminded me
of your head coach,
Tiller. I mean, he was about making men, not football players, and just shuffling people through. I mean, we always had the highest graduation percentage in the university. Like 98% of our football players graduated, right? Yeah. So it sounds like this Campbell guy.
Every time you mention Tiller, you mention him like in such high regard. I don't know if you guys know, but you go inside Stu's old man cave, there's a fucking big ass cardboard. There's a big cardboard of Tiller in there, and he always talks about him at the highest of highest regards. So, you know, that's a beautiful thing. It still goes to find the cardboard. Where's it at now, bro? There you go. There it is. Yep. She reminds me.
Always watching, bro.
There you go. There you go.
That's JT. Hey, JT money, bro.
Who there? Yo.
But again, no, I take it very serious, because if Joe Tiller didn't have the balls to come up to Michigan and recruit me after Michigan just won the national championship with Lloyd Carr, 97, Woodson.
Yep.
And Nick Saban was at Michigan State, and this motherfucker was like, fuck, go for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have the family that I have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I take it very serious. And the fact that whenever I wish he was still here, man. But
and you're still out there. You guys have a fucking ball.
Oh my God, dude. He was just after every game, we'd sing the fight song, and then he'd go, "It's Miller time."
Time to get fucked up.
I love it. When he talked about Campbell saying that from day one, he knew that coach wanted guys to be successful off the field. That's pretty unique. There's not a lot of coaches. Kirk Ferentz at Iowa, now I remember his fucking name, is another guy that really cared. Mark D'Antonio at Michigan State, Nick Saban, wherever he was. Mm-hmm. These are guys that actually really cared about the athletes, because a lot of guys do. Their major is just eligibility. They don't graduate. Yeah, they don't give a fuck. These coaches don't give a shit.
Yeah,
So
your Saban story is hilarious too, bro. Came and got you, and then he take the job with Miami.
No, he went down. He signed the
LSU.
He signed the first $1 million contract with LSU.
That's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah.
Hey, shout out! I want to give a shout out to my roommate, my freshman year, a guy named John Goldsberry from Santa Claus, Indiana, where Ken Dilger, tight end that played at Illinois, played for the Colts. Jay Cutler is from there. His son just committed to Ole Miss with Lane Kiffin.
Love it.
Yeah, I texted Burgess today. I'm like, yo, man, my roommate's son just committed to Ole Miss, man. So I'm gonna be going down there quite a bit to watch.
That's fucking dope. Yeah. Let me know when you go, bro, because I'm not too far. I'm right here in Texas, so let me know.
And I guess that place, Oxford, gets wild.
Oh, that shit is lit.
Yeah.
But you also gotta be careful down there, man.
We're gonna cut Lane Kiffin's hair off. We'll see his ass.
Motherfucking Lane Kiffin, bro.
31 years old, bro, when he was our coach.
Yo, I don't even. We've talked about him a ton, bro, but that shit is still unbelievable to me. You have a fucking child in there,
He said every major, like USC, Tennessee, Alabama, fucking Ole Miss, like yo, what the?
Hey, Lane got something on everybody, bro. For sure. For sure. Yo, hey, Terry, I do believe that Porter's going to be our starting corner this year. I do. There's two reasons. One, because I think he's going to deserve it and he's going to earn it. But also, you look at that depth in that room, and I just don't know who's really going to challenge to be the starters outside of Stokes, Porter, and Jacorian. I don't know if DCAM is going to be ready in year 2. You know, and once again, we're pretty thin there in that group. So, Mellot Dotson's another guy, another UDFA that I'm really high on that hopefully he can find a spot. But I think it's clear cut. If they don't go find – we didn't make that move for Jalen Ramsey, Stu, or we didn't go get, Jair Alexander.
Ramsey.
It was a foregone conclusion here that Pete is pretty high on the guys he has in the building. So, yes.
Last quote, and then I'm done with this motherfucker, all right?
Yo, hey, after this, I'm gonna DM our rookie, right? For those who don't know, I'm gonna hit up Darien Porter and I'm gonna say, I got this guy named Stu. He seems very interested in you. So I'm gonna try and link him up, put him in a DM together.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, for real. I'll take him out to dinner.
Yeah. Shit.
I watched some film with him. Shit, that motherfucker. Hey, I'm telling you. There ain't no fucking around with this dude, man. Yeah.
I don't think he fit down there with us in the basement drinking Captain Morgan and shit. He'd be like, nah, these motherfuckers. Yo, I can't do this shit.
I gotta go home, man.
I gotta get the fuck out of here, man.
You ain't going nowhere, motherfucker. Sit the fuck down.
All I know was, Coach, they were on Adderall, fucking drinking Captain Morgan. They were freaking me the fuck out. Oh shit!
Well, last thing, and this is, I really like this, was you leave the program better than when you got there, which that just shows you the mindset that he has. That he is here. He is again, and I said this yesterday. I think these guys are going to be really good professional players. Yeah. And again, you said that they drafted on character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not only athleticism, right? But good fucking players.
Yep.
Humble guys. They're all humble.
Yep. And if you go look at all these articles, right, across the internet on Darien Porter right now, it's so crazy, Stu. Like, Raiders draft pick already in line to earn starting job. Dante Thornton, Darien Porter using their athleticism to earn early first team reps. Like, it's just everything that you're seeing about these guys early on. I mean, can Pete Carroll mold the next Richard Sherman with Darien Porter? There's
the next beast mode with
with Ashton Genty, right? Yeah. There's just a ton of praise here. We talked about this on the show the other day about Genty with the beast mode comparison, or Dante with the Randy Moss build, or the Megatron 6'5",
Metcalf, really. I mean, Metcalf.
But you talk about all these guys. They brought in guys that they can continue to build and turn them into, first of all, professionals.
Yeah.
Nonetheless.
Yeah.
And then potentially
that's the biggest thing, because there is something to be said about how to be a professional, and how to conduct yourself, and how to practice, and how to prepare, and have fun when you have fun, but because no one's telling you shit, bro.
Yeah.
You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah. But you know what?
if you're not disciplined a little bit, man, it can be a rough going.
But that's why I'm excited about all the people that are in the building, because there's a mixture, right, of discipline, fun, competition, Pete Carroll, Chip Kelly, Tom Brady, Spytek, the energy, you know what I mean? Like, there's a combination of all. The thing is, you don't want to, you know how this goes too. You don't want to run a military program.
No, you don't.
Where guys aren't having fun, but they also need to understand, like, when it's time to go, it's time to go.
Time to go. When it's time to have fun, it's time to have fun. When it's time to fucking work, it's time to work. When it's time to fucking play balls out, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it takes, and again, like I talked about yesterday, I feel like we have the veterans now that are going to run those rooms.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Mostert in the running back room, right?
Matt Crosby, Jeremy Chin, the list go. We haven't talked about the linebacker position. With all the guys, the Jermaine Pratts, the Devin Whites, the Landon Roberts. We still got
Jalen Myers in the receiving room.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
The list goes on. Off at the line, Colton Miller.
Bowers in the whatever room he's in.
Yeah, Colton Miller.
Colton's
he's a vet now. He's a vet.
Oh shit! Fucking, he's been a vet though.
He's one of the only Oakland Raiders left.
How's it? Oh, is he really from Oakland?
You have like 5. I think it's Max, Colton, Daniel Carlson, AJ Cole, and Andre James just left. There has to be. I think there's one more.
AJ Cole's our punter, right?
Yes.
AJ Cole and fucking our kicker.
Carlson. The Raiders always do it. Stu. The Raiders always do. The Leckler, Bass. Seabass. We got to get Seabass on the show, bro. Look, if anything, I just want to have him come on and drink. We can just fucking drink. Like I would just love to take shots and just talk about Oakland stories with Seabass.
I told you that time we went down to Zach Crockett's camp down in Hollywood, Florida.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker wakes me up to go to the camp, and he's like, "Stu, you got to drive, bro. You got to drive, bro." I'm like, what? And he hands me the keys to like this fucking $300,000 Mercedes. And I'm like, all right, bro. He's like, thank you, Stu.
And you know what's funny? I've had a million Raider guys, like former Raider players on the show, and every one of them said the same shit. Man, I used to see Seabass and fucking Leckler just down in 40 ounces and shit. And
bro, and they were crazy, bro, but they were good.
Fucking great. Yeah.
And remember Joe Avanzano?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The thing with Joe Avanzano, bro, like if you did your shit, he would go to bat for you. Like he would like, nah, those are my guys. Don't fuck with them.
Don't fuck with them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think Marquette talked about him too. I think.
God rest his soul.
Yeah. But now that's crazy.
I remember there's in Alameda, on Bay Farm Island, there was a little sushi spot that me and Chrissy would go to once in a while, and Joe Avanzano was in with his wife, and he's like, "Stu," and he spit so much food out of his fucking mouth. I'm like, yeah, coach. Like, God damn.
Oh, shit. Yo.
I think the motherfucker's teeth went out for a second, too.
Rest in peace to him. And Martin, I love that you brought that up, too. R.I.P. to Snake. It's been 10 years today that Kenny Stabler is passed, man. So rest in paradise to one of the Raider GOATs.
Was that today? Or
10 years today. So it was 2015 when he passed. So. Hey, Ron Justice, we're gonna save that one. I promise you, brother. We got you. We'll talk about time.
Yeah, we will. I just got.
But I brought him up because I think Stu, that former quarterback, right? yourself. I think you're gonna have fun watching this kid's take. This kid's athleticism is insane, bro. And they're converting him to wide receiver. He's gonna be a special teams guy who can return kicks.
And he's a white dude, right?
White dude, bro. They're already labeling him like the Julian Edelman 2.0.
Was Edelman a quarterback coming out?
Yes. Yes.
He was.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck Edelman.
I think he was. I think Julian Edelman was a quarterback coming out.
Fuck him. Mellot.
Tommy Mellot.
Tommy's better. Fucking.
But you know what's funny? Tom Brady had his hand in the pot, right? Drafting him. So, yep, stir that bitch up. So there may be something there. So, final thoughts on Darien Porter, brother, before we get out of here.
I would just say, man, at the very least, you know what? I mean, who knows what could happen,
yes.
right? I mean, kid's got a ton of potential. I mean, the thing that I like is I know that when he's out there, he's going to give his best, and he's going to know what the fuck's going on. If he gets beat, then you know what? Shit. That happens sometimes.
Hey.
Right?
Live to see another play.
Yeah.
Live to see another down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And with him being a third-round pick, there's a little more juice that comes with that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with him already be considered a starter, that's got to be a little intimidating. I mean, for a kid who a couple months ago just started playing cornerback.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now he's starting in the NFL as a cornerback. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But I think with his mindset and how he approaches the game, I think he's got all the right
intangibles to get it done. I agree.
And again, I like guys that take it serious.
Yes,
I do.
Yes,
and that motherfucker.
Yeah, I love it, bro. Hey, real quick, Ryan, we've never seen Bo at any of the alumni parties.
Yeah, I
don't think Bo's ever went.
We see Marcus Allen all the time. He comes back.
We see Marcus. We see Timmy. We see Darren McFadden, and I mean everybody.
Romanowski and fucking
everybody.
Yeah.
But you know what? Bass hasn't been out there. We have never seen Bass.
No.
It's no Bo Jackson.
We've never seen Shane. Shane ain't come out yet.
Shane hasn't come out either. Yeah.
That's kind of I don't. You know what? I would think with Bo, there still might be like where he doesn't feel like he
belongs because of his so short-lived.
Maybe he just because he didn't accomplish what he wanted. That's why I was away for so many years, because I'm like, I didn't do what I wanted to do out there.
Yeah.
You know, and everyone kind of like Nnamdi. Nnamdi, I think, is still.
Nnamdi never goes. I think Nnamdi probably holds a grudge because when he left, he went to a system that wasn't tailor-made, and it didn't play up to the standard of what he wanted.
Yeah.
So maybe Nnamdi feels some type of way. But Nnamdi's an actor and shit too. He's doing well in life. His wife is killing it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but still, I mean, football is a major part of his life.
No, definitely.
I know he. I mean, you know, I talked with Akbar Bajabiamila, who's a very close friend of Nnamdi's, and it just takes everybody. They're kind of, you know, they're on their own schedule.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, you can't really force a person. You know, they have to like me. I had to come when I was
ready to go.
Yeah.
And, you know, and we also just go in to have a fucking ball, bro. Where the fuck is the bar? We're gonna go get turned to the fucking max.
I remember I came down in the Raiders fucking jumpsuit.
Yeah. Hell yeah, bro.
With the turf UAs on.
Yo, I love it. You know, the JT is fun to hang out with at the alumni parties. Yeah. Mark is always cool because Mark is always kind of just playing the room. Yeah, everybody's looking for him.
When you were up there on that top building, when the cigar, you and Tiff y'all were on your own shit.
We were on a double date with Timmy and his wife.
That's right.
Yeah, we went and kicked it with them the whole night. And Tiff and his wife was like, "Yo, they got each other's numbers, texting each other and shit." I'm like, "Hey, y'all do your thing, man." But it was fun up there. Stu, I forget, where the fuck did you go?
The music was so fucking loud.
I know, bro. Yeah, it was.
I was hanging out with John Condo and Fargus and Arkansas.
Darren McFadden.
Yeah.
And rest in peace to we were down there hanging out with Apollo Creed.
Yeah.
The last one. That was the one upstairs.
Yes.
The cigar lounge.
Yes.
Yeah. But man, we gotta go this year, bro. I don't give a shit, bro. We gotta go.
I know. Because I want to slap Aiden O'Connell.
Ain't ain't gonna be there, but he'll be out there. But
that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna jump on the field. Fuck it.
Oh yeah, because Aiden will be playing against the Niners.
Yeah. He'll be out there. Gino ain't gonna be fucking playing. I hope he's not.
Yeah. Well, no, he will. Why not, bro? I mean, Gino's the only starter.
But it's preseason.
Aiden's gonna be out there. Cam Miller and Carter Bradley gonna be out there getting reps.
But I'm saying, I mean, Gino ain't. I mean, a series.
Yeah. Stu had a poster. Hug. He came with a poster. A Carl.
I did. No, I did. Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I love it too because hey, look, we're not ever too old to be fans of people. You know what I mean? Like that's a.
Well, we were sitting there like, and then the other actor was there too. The dude that was in the vampire movie. Remember the other big black motherfucker that was an actor was there too that played for the Raiders. Shit, you went up and talked to him.
An actor?
A
vampire?
He played in From Dusk Till Dawn.
Fuck! Now you got me. Bubba Smith. Jack Yates says Bubba Smith.
I don't think his name was Bubba Smith.
Who the fuck? I'm trying to think.
Hold on, right here. Let me see.
Fred Williamson. Yes. The Hammer.
Yes.
The Hammer was there.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're like, what the fuck?
No, see, I know him from Original Gangsters.
Okay.
So like yes. The Hammer, Jason. The Hammer.
And then Terrell Sands.
And Terrell Big Ass Sands. Hey, I want a Sunday, Stu. Yo, that shit is comedy gold, bro. Oh my God, man. Salute to everybody here in the building. Real quick, Hug. He asked, give us 2 game balls up there that mean the most to you, Stu. 2 of them. Because there's a ton of them. And every one of those balls up there, pause if necessary, you guys, has the date, the meaning behind it, and all that stuff.
So this one here, my junior year when I broke Rod Woodson's interception record at Purdue, I tied it my sophomore year. I broke it my junior year. This was like 6 years. What's up, buddy?
The neighbors are here and they need the internet password.
Oh, okay. Just give me a second.
Yeah, we're almost done, nephew. We'll get like 2 more minutes.
Done, buddy. Yep, I'll give it to you. It's here. I'll give it to you right now. 765.
Hold on. Go ahead. I muted you. Stu don't be giving a fuck. Oh shit! Salute to the chat, man. Wipe them feet, y'all. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. As always, we appreciate every single one of you guys for being here with us this afternoon. We don't care where you are, West Coast, East Coast, Midwest. Salute to all you guys for being here, rocking with us. Make sure you guys wipe them feet, y'all. Real talk, man. Subscribe to the channels if you guys are not subscribed yet. Damn you, Graphk. I wanted the Wi-Fi pad. I can't have Stu give up the information, man. I can't, dog. I can't. Rube says, damn, I needed that Wi-Fi. Oh, George Halani is in the building himself. Salute to Rube. All right, boom. Good, Stu?
Yeah.
So that is the Rod Woodson.
Well, no, so here's the thing. In college, you don't get to keep the balls because it's the other school's ball, right? Mm-hmm. So like 6, what are you laughing at?
You didn't get to keep the balls? I know. I'm done.
Jesus, can you be serious for
I know. Look.
Seconds?
Go ahead, brother.
So about 6 years later, I went back to a spring game when I was still playing in the league, and one of the equipment managers was like, "Hey, Stu," and he threw me this ball, and I'm like, "What's this?" And he's like, "Yo, that's the ball." Like he went and snatched it and kept it because I intercepted against Western Michigan. So this is, you would think maybe Purdue might want this fucking thing somewhere.
Yeah.
But they don't give a shit. They don't give a fuck.
But you know what, bro? It needs to be in your hands anyway.
Yeah. So what it is.
Iris said I was about to get that password to your Wi-Fi and give it to Art Shell. Yo,
and then this one right here is when I intercepted Brett Favre in Lambeau Field.
I remember that.
And I wanted him. I almost went up and said, "Hey man, I wanted to say like, yo, Brett, can you sign this shit, man?" But I didn't because I think that'd kind of be fucking. I don't know if that would be rude or.
Well, I think now would be the time to do it. If we ever ran into him, like, hey man,
fuck. I mean, he's not doing so good, right?
No, I think. Well, I mean, he got some shit going on in terms of I think some law shit. You know
not that. I'm saying I think his.
Oh, is it some CTE shit?
Yeah, I think it's catching up to him, man.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
don't know.
But anyways, yeah. So Brett Favre interception.
Hey, is he acting like that? Is he acting like that because all the accusations?
Hey,
Brett, you stole $1 billion.
What? Where am I?
Yo, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I was fishing the whole time.
Hey, like a certain wide receiver in Oakland at this.
Yo, holy shit.
Hey, where am I? What happened? Where am I?
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, so these are pretty important to me, man. They're pretty cool that I have them still. You know what I mean? And it's the Raiders did a good job of. There was a guy that would paint it and put it on there and all that stuff. So
I like this. Longy Raider says Purdue University.
There you go, Purdue. Actually, you know what's funny? My brother calls me Purdue.
That's dope.
Yeah, my brother
dope.
Johnny, he calls me all the time. Hey, Purdue. I'm going. Yeah, he talks to me like I'm still like fucking 6 years old. One of my older brothers. I'm like, this one.
Hey, you're always gonna be little bro. That's why. Salute to the chat, man. As always, we appreciate you guys so much for pulling up for the latest installment of the Graphk and Stu Show. Stu, my brother, thank you so much for the knowledge within the notebooks. Sharing some of those stories with the nation. Everybody loves it. Everybody in the chat is giving you your flowers, man.
I appreciate the chat, man.
Those are always my favorite shows that we do. Is just having fun and talking shit. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
We will run another one back, you guys, about Tommy Mellot.
Yeah, we will. Yeah.
So stay tuned for that, and we'll put that together. Hopefully, maybe sometime this week or next week.
Yep.
We'll get it rolling. Other than that, man, once again, man, salute to everybody.
You know what? A good idea is like you said before is maybe people who guys that they want to see what we think about guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give us some
players to talk about.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely put it together.
Current. I mean, it doesn't have to be new guys. It can be current players or guys from another team or something. You know
whatever y'all want to do, because I know Stu loves to get in his bag.
This is good for me.
This is therapy for Stu.
It is. It really is. I was really excited to be able to sit and just cut up some film and watch it and take some notes again. So I appreciate it very much.
You know what we need to do? I think we should bring on Dylan and have you talk some of his stuff live. Is it live? Yeah, Lobby. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of cool.
I'll talk shit to that motherfucker.
I love it. We can have some fun.
Has he talked to Mike Allstott yet?
I'm gonna follow up with him today. I'll follow up with him today.
Ask him because I talked to Mike a couple days ago. Because I'm gonna say this, y'all gonna hate it, but Alex's favorite team is Tampa right now, bro.
Huh?
Yeah.
Is there a reason for it?
He likes them creamsicle jerseys, man.
Well, he got the pirate right.
Well, he did, and then
He'll convert.
I made him a little quarterback like on college football, and Tampa actually drafted him.
Oh, well, there you go.
But that was before. He didn't even know that. But he just – because Mike Allstott sent him like a helmet and stuff and a jersey. So
yeah. Look, next time I come out there, I'm gonna make sure to convert him.
He's kind of tamping out right now, bro. And dude, like I told you,
I'm just gonna bring him some Raider shit.
He was wearing my ass out on Madden, bro.
Yo, and you're ranked.
I'm 3-on-3.
Oh yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah,
but here's the thing though. When I actually said, I said, man, fuck this little motherfucker. hey, I went up 14-0. All this shit talking stopped. That motherfucker got real quiet.
Real quiet, bro.
He backed up and shit. I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong?
Yo, you know who really like that is Warren Sapp.
I know, right? Yeah.
He would love it. Hey, BB, this is a great name. BBW Enjoyer. Yes, Stu definitely play with Namdi.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, Namdi used to cut my hair.
Yeah.
And then play the piano.
Yeah. Yo, that's the funniest shit in the world, bro. Motherfucker come over and cut everybody's hair and then play the piano.
No, I would go over there. He'd cut my hair. We'd watch The Real World, and then he'd play me and Akbar and Chris Carr would sit there and watch him play the piano. Swear to God.
Well, that reminds me of the Ray J and Fabulous story. He was like, Fabulous was like, bro, I went to Diddy house and fucking Ray J's in there just drunk as fuck playing the piano. Yo, that shit is hilarious, dog. Yo, anything on the way out, brother?
No, man. Just I'm excited. I hope everyone else is excited. Obviously, we say this every July.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say what I repeated yesterday. The difference between the last couple years is I really believe that coaching staff that we got is going to make the difference, man. I really do. And you can already see with the type of character rookies that we're bringing in. Yeah. And now we do have veterans that have been there for a while, that know the Raider way, that have been through some shit, have won, have lost, where rookies can come in and go, all right, I'm going to listen to you because I've seen you play and you are a bad motherfucker. Whereas before, I don't think our veterans had that type of credibility with the rookies. So the rookies are doing their own thing.
Yeah.
The veterans are doing their own thing. The coaches are doing their own thing. And it was just kind of,
all over the place.
Yeah. And I believe that with
organized chaos.
Yes. And like you talked about Pete Carroll, he's a facilitator, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what a head coach should be. And he brings the energy. He sets the tempo. He sets the mindset. And I think we're gonna be.
You're gonna be all right.
I mean, I don't know shit though.
Hey, I'm with you. I think we're gonna be all right.
I'm just some dickhead in the basement, bro.
Bro, how I know it's different. And I said this on one of the shows. Me and Tiff were just driving like about a month ago, and she just randomly looked at me. She said, "Babe," I said, "What's up?" She said, "For some reason, she's like, I just feel like we're okay with Pete Carroll, like we're protected." I was like, "What the fuck that?"
I kind of feel that way as well because he's won everywhere he's been.
Yes.
And he's been around a long fucking time.
Yeah.
And he's not a dickhead. He's not fucking fuckhead from New England. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm excited to see who he grooms behind the scenes to take over. When he moves on. Pause. But 3-4 years for Pete, and that's it.
No, you're right. Yeah. Probably. Hopefully, maybe his son, or maybe
it could be his son. It could be Chip. It could be Patrick Graham. It could be Rob Leonard. It could be any one of those guys. But I'm excited to see it, man. Hey, spend some time with the family, brother. I know you guys got the neighbors and stuff. I'm gonna go get out of here, man. My boys got some new bikes for their birthday, so we're gonna go ride those. The electric scooters. We've been riding around the neighborhood.
Talking about the neighbors, bro.
Oh yeah. I'm about to go throw something at these motherfuckers. But salute to everybody. As always, appreciate you guys so much. Tomorrow, the AFC West show tomorrow night. So stay tuned for that. And then we got some more stuff planned for this week. As always, a hug. Happy early birthday, brother. as well to you. The boy's birthday's not until the 22nd. We couldn't hide the scooters in the house. It was difficult. So we gave them something just
they're the
a big electric scooter. Yeah. You got to plug them in and all that stuff. So, but man, once again, man, salute to everybody here in the building. As always, we are outro one.